Good team, Jung here. So I thought I'd just do a quick video around rhythms. It's something that, if you work with me, I always bang on about the calendar. That can be really, really powerful. You take the most impactful, richest person in the world, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and poorest person in the world, or the least impactful person in the world. And it's interesting, they get the same 24 hours a day, right? But it's just what we do with that time. So, regardless of what your personal goals might be, your business goals might be, your business plan might be, your day-to-day operations, your schedule, and how you spend your 24 hours is largely going to impact, your life essentially, but obviously the business. So it's definitely something we talk about. I don't think you should jump straight in here. Obviously, you want to have as much clarity as you can around your personal goals, around the business goals, obviously where you're at, and then that plan in between to get you there. And it should be a nice, I think, holistic, for lack of a better term, life. You should, be healthy and taking care of yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Obviously, have a good business plan. And also, an investment plan. And then also, obviously, nurturing those key relationships around you, both personal and professional. But in saying that, when you do get down into it, you guys know that, I talk about the 5 key areas of business: finance, strategy, delivery, sales, and marketing. And, as an example of sales, it's a really easy one to pick up with is, the concept there is just, how many business owners do I talk to and they don't have regular sales time in the calendar? So then how are you gonna, be good at it? But I'm saying, hey, dude, would you like more sales? They're like, yeah, cool. Well, what are you actually doing about it? And yeah, we can come up with a strategy and a campaign and, some collateral and all these other types of things, man. But if there's no time, there's nothing. Same with financial management, same with leadership, same with management, same with operational efficiency, same with marketing, social media, etc. How are we going to do it if we don't have time? So I thought I'd do a little demo of calendar. I think most of you who are my one-on-one clients have kind of seen this. This is kind of a dummy one, but it's 90% exactly what I actually do. So I have themed days. That's what's going on up the top here. And then look, I have a bit of a routine, and this goes into my weekend as well. Just, the thing about this, and it's similar to why a lot of the entrepreneurs used to, kind of wear the same thing. Like Mark Zuckerberg was like a gray t-shirt and blue chinos kind of thing. It's just outsourcing that thing. I don't have to think about it, right? Like I get up, I do this, then I do a bit of this. Then I'll kind of chill, to be honest, a lot of it's kind of emails on a Monday, right? And so that's starting to get into a day, but as you can see, I'm starting to look at it a week, right? So just some other key things like I'll do this because this is important to me, and then pickup is here. Of note, yeah, because I'm doing the intermittent fasting thing, so I've got to schedule that in, otherwise I just eat junk food or I don't eat it all. And then this one's in here too, and then the other one's down here, right? So I've got these basic kind of personal rhythms, if you like, right? And it just means if you look at nature, everything happens when it's supposed to. Pretty much perfectly, right? Without a lot of effort, because they've got these natural flows and rhythms kind of thing, right? They get sunlight, they get water, they get dirt, etc. And so it's about giving yourself and the business these natural rhythms to nurture those various components here. So if you have a look at this, again, I just strongly recommend, this is the first thing you want to do. You want to check the scoreboard of the sport that you're playing. Which is our financials, right? Ideally, it's a cash flow forecast because we're small businesses, and so we should be looking at that. And then for me, I'll kick into marketing because we're kind of in a growth phase at the moment. But this might be operational for you if you're more about getting the work done, or it might be sales if you're on a sales drive, or it could be something else, right? Depending on what's important to your business. But we're committed to doing these things, right? They're pretty much back to back. Then I have a quick meal, and then we get into operations. So for me, it's like, hey, where are we at? What do we need to do? Cool. What's happening on the growth in the future, marketing, and then who's doing what, right? Who's got to get into what? And then I try to do a bit of content creation, which is what I'm doing now. Eat some food, and then I got another thing. So Mondays for me is largely around planning and organizing the teams and the work streams. Tuesday is usually a bit of a purpose day. So I usually try to put clients in here that are more orientated around the vision, the mission, the purpose, the why, and we're kind of working on that with them at that time. Obviously, and then I run off here, try to get to this. If I'm honest, don't always do it. Wednesday is a bit more of a straightforward kind of day. This is when I bring in a lot of my strategic kind of stuff, right? Like we got to crack this problem, blah, 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 blah. It's pretty full on, if I'm honest. There's not a lot of breaks here. But again, this is just an example of how I do mine, right? But you might do yours because you might be a products-based business. So it might be, replying to messages and things like that. So that's the other thing, right? This will help you avoid distractions. This notification goes off, that notification goes off, and you're just all over the place, whereas I can work in blocks. So the theories here around time batching and time blocking. And so rather than kind of doing an invoice here randomly or an invoice here randomly, or a sales call here randomly, I'm able to kind of do it all in one chunk here, right? And I kind of get into that mindset, I get that rhythm, I get that flow, so that we can get all things done, right? And then I got my podcast and I got some other radio kind of stuff that I get in here. But I get all my clients in, I get my group working, and it all gets done. So, hopefully that works for you. Find out what works for you, right? But again, I think at minimum you want your personal stuff in here, and then you want those 5 key. You want finance in there regularly. You want sales in there regularly, and obviously operations is just a daily thing. Strategy, at least once a month, I would say you want to be touching in on that, and then marketing. If you are at that stage where you need marketing, you probably want to be touching on that once a week too. It might just be 30 minutes. So I hope you can find your rhythms. If you want to have a chat about your rhythms, feel free to drop me a message, and we can talk about your calendar. Peace.